Hello there, how's your day? Ame Gakita desu. Back then in Star Wars, the slogan was always "May the Force be with you," and now the new slogan for Star Wars have became "May the Force brighten you." So it's kind of weird that why is Star Wars coming out with a new slogan nowadays? I mean, like it may be indirect in a way, or maybe guys just making fun of Star Wars along the line. But I kind of like very glad that I have quit watching Star Wars like who know how long when ago. And I mean like when they kind of like put up the Last Jedi, no offense to the cars and the stories or whatsoever. It's just that when I watched that at the time, I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna follow Star Wars anymore. Hey, I mean like sure there'll be some people saying like some of the Star Wars, some of the part later on after the Last Jedi is nice, but when the Last Jedi I watched it, they lost me already. Yeah. They lost me when I say I don't like things. I quit late, so there's no way I will just go and watch the same thing again and again and then start having a lot of people going with the idea that hey, maybe it's just a bit too much of thinking, overthinking along the line. Well, it seems like finally that my guess has been right on the money, where now people are still realizing that yeah, the whatsoever or diversity or along the line had slip their dirty hand into Star Wars. Well, it's kind of interesting that people always go with that, hey, Star Wars is just Star Wars, there is die-hard fans still up there. But we will talk about the die-hard fan in a while later on, but it's actually more so that when you look at the whole scenario, yeah, I think the latest episode of the Star Wars actually got a lot of people wondering like, are they going to watch Star Wars again anymore? So the whole issue actually start with the latest, the Acolytes, where they kind of like people saying that the Star Wars, some of the cars attacking the own fan along the line, or the Star Wars story kind of like lost a lot of people along the line because it's like it's ridiculous, or people feel like maybe they are trying to add inside diversity or equality whatsoever along the line into the story. And I mean like it's fine if you want to add DEI to the story if you want to, but at least make it in a sense that people can understand it's not forced. And no offense or no pun intended, it's just that when they kind of like force it into the story and people realize that it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean like sure you can say it's a fantasy story, it's all a fiction, it's not real. Yeah, I can understand that. But when it feels so like what the heck is going on, maybe Star Wars really start losing on their mojo all this while along the line. And I mean like it really it does seem to me since I already stopped watching Star Wars since the Last Jedi. So yeah, you should understand why I don't watch Star Wars anymore. I mean like sure anyone will ask me like all the previous one. Yeah, I mean like my favorite character Obi-Wan, and I know it sounds bad, but when you have the Darth Vader being so damn cruel and I am your father along that line, yeah, definitely you can say that Luke Skywalker is doing his job properly. So the thing is, right, it's really all kind of like go with the idea that a good story writing really make everything go nicely and add in like scene that people can remember. But when you have a new scene, when earlier I said that the force is enough to make some space rig create life, and it's just basically how do they create like they just use the force, don't need guy, and the person freaking pregnant. And the first thing in my mind I was like, wow, I didn't know the force is also that powerful to make people pregnant. So I guess the reason why people have been using the force all around is that they are trying to force people to be pregnant with their child along the line. I mean like when I was like reading it, it's like introduced life creating lesbian wish to Star Wars. I was like, what? Initially when I was reading that I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right? And then they realized that oh, the force is enough to make people create life, and I was like, good thing I quit watching Star Wars like who know how long when ago. Like yeah, I know some people will say that why did I quit watching Star Wars? It's not that I don't like Star Wars, don't get me wrong. I watched Star Wars when I was young. A lot of things I forget already, because when you stop watching Star Wars you definitely forget a lot of things. But the issue with that, right, is that do I regret not watching Star Wars? No. I watched Star Wars back then. I'm not gonna regret not watching it after the Last Jedi. It's like, dude, the if the fan is going to like if they lose around 75% of the fan, yeah, losing me is I don't think it's gonna affect them, but losing 75% of the fan, yeah, that's gonna affect them in a very bad way. So the issue is that there are a lot of people who is like not happy about it, and it's kind of funny that there are some new article or journalists trying to like because they are very very DI or whatsoever along the line, so they trying to say, oh, Star Wars lose some fan, they can be never be happy, or they always love to make noise, and it's their loss. Oh, that didn't end well. That didn't really end well because like 1 week ago that post up, 2 days later 75% of the fans say sayonara. So I mean, like, it's as a writer, I can understand, like, if you want to add in DI, you want to add in diversity, you want to add whatsoever, yeah, go ahead. No one, I mean, like, it's a fantasy story, anything can happen. But when you freaking add in DI, and it's at a very, very bad timing when a lot of people is already kind of, like, very sensitive about DI and stuff, yeah, that is when people is gonna say that, hey, enough is enough. And sure, they will say that if you don't like it, don't watch it. Yup. The funny thing is, right? Apparently there is someone who did the dance along the line and saying like, oh, she can dance, and like one of the one of the main cast did a dance and did a very weird lyric along the line that, hey, work or whatsoever is along the line, DI is whatsoever along the line, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. Yeah, the thing is, right, when a lot of people majority people are not liking it, yeah, obviously they're gonna just say, okay, if you said it, you don't want us to watch it, we don't watch it. Yeah, 75% of the fans say they are not watching it. So it's really hurting them, and it's gonna hurt like the Disney, because Disney own the majority right to it, so it's gonna not look good. And who are the Disney gonna bring? Are they gonna bring just one lady who say that, oh, because she's the one going around saying that if you don't like it, don't watch it? Yeah, people are not gonna like it, people are not gonna watch it. And then who do you bring? Well, the actor who said, the person who said that you don't watch it, you don't like it, or are they gonna, or is Disney gonna bring on the fan itself? But the thing is, right, if people stop supporting Star Wars, then the question is that who is gonna pay for their money, for their salary, and who is gonna buy all the franchise or whatsoever along the line? Because the thing is, right, it's very obvious at this point of time, that because if they say if you don't like it, you don't watch it. If you don't like it, you don't support it. If you don't like it, go away. Yeah. 75% already answered say they're doing that as what you say. They listen to you. Aren't you happy, young lady? So the thing is, right, I know that a lot of people will be saying like, am I being hateful or whatsoever? No. I mean, like, there are still die-hard fans out there who are supporting Star Wars no matter what. But the thing is, right, when the story is so messed up and is getting, like, the story is getting worse and worse and worse, yeah, I don't think it's actually deserving to support anymore. And I mean, like, I really kind of like knew it back then when like, if you guys don't agree, go and check out the Last Jedi one more time. Look at the story. I'm sure you guys will realize that I had already slipped into their hand at that time already, and I was like, no way, it doesn't sit well with me, I'm out of here. And now people start realizing that Star Wars seems to be very, very bad. So when I say that, do I regret not watching Star Wars anymore? No, I don't regret it, because it's really not my cup of tea anymore. They lost me at the time. It's just that the funny thing is that most of the time when a story lost me, it will be a matter of time before they lose a lot more fans. It's not that I'm representing all the fans. It's just that if it doesn't sit well with me, or if I don't need to just give a bad critic or bad review along the line to say that it's bad, people will judge on their own, and a lot of time people will have their own opinion, and it won't be a matter. It's just that I see it earlier back then, so obviously I know about it. It's just that things always take time, and I know it very well, so I always give people time and let people judge it on themselves. And ho and behold, now this story became the Worst one, they lose a lot of fans. Who can Disney bring? Maybe the person who did it, the one who did the story, the one who did the cast, who do the acting along like, who knows? I mean, like, it's Disney. They got all the money they can pump out of the so-called the franchise along the line. So does it deserve any sympathy along the line? No. When it comes to Disney or when it comes to DI at this point of time, I don't think it doesn't really deserve anymore. I mean, like I mentioned, don't get me wrong, I think DI or whatsoever along the line is fine. I mean, like, it's part of story writing. Sometimes you want to add a little bit of diversity, you want to add a little bit of plot twist along the line, it's fine. But again, make it understandable, because the thing is, right, if you guys want to know more, go and check out Rev some video. It's the link in the description below. And I will just say that I agree a lot more is that they are trying to say that women can live without men. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of strong women out there, and my sister is a pretty strong young lady. The only question is that at the end of the day, can really, like, the force make you pregnant? I mean, like, are they trying to implement that in real life? The force pregnant you along the line? Maybe no. I mean, like, who knows? In their delusional world mind or whatever you want to call it along the line, they think that the force may pregnant them along the line, and it won't be long before they will be like, why am I not pregnant? Interesting. Maybe we should smack them with a big Holy Bible along the line, and I'm not even Christian at this point of time. But then again, this is just my speculative thought, a random check. If you do have your own idea or opinion, your own take or whatsoever, just write in the comment below, we can discuss it further. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, we can discuss it further. If you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes never follow a single trend or maybe doesn't make sense. But the one thing I can definitely say is, I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye!